video's only gonna be 7 minutes because 7 is my favorite number. Right? So when I was walking, I was like, I'm already famous. Y'all know who I am. It was at least, I think at least 6 or 7 months. It was a long time. And then after all of that, they told me no. They said no. They were like, we don't, we cast somebody else. But let me tell you about me though. When I got that phone call, that's why walking by faith is so important, because when I got that phone call, I was like, it's their loss. It's cool. Oh my gosh, MTV, it was cool, but I'm bigger than this anyway. Like, I'm probably gonna have my own show regardless. Like, this is just a little warm up. Like, I really, in my mind, I really told myself they're gonna need me for that show, because if they don't put me on that show gonna be whack. It was one situation that happened, and I was helping like defend Stacy for something that happened, and so I was like, you know what, Stacey, we don't have time for this. We're bite-sized bosses, whatever. So we walked out, and how about we almost slammed into the clear sliding door. We almost ran into the sliding door, and I was like, oh, bite-sized boss. Shout out to Stacey. She lives in Florida right now, but me and Stacey, we're real little, and we're really petite, and we felt like people always overlooked us, like throughout the show. Like, people would try to play Stacey. For us, we kind of embodied this whole bite-sized boss thing. We even had a song. It was bite-sized boss, a bite-sized boss, I'm a bite-sized. We used to walk around the house, bite-sized boss. Being the underdog, there were some great advantages. I feel like a lot of people counted me out during the challenges. Like, they would sleep on me, and then next thing you know, Rashida's won this date, and they're like, what? How did she win this? Like, it was kind of like, I like being the underdog because I was always the last person on someone's mind. Like, even on Are You the One Second Chances, a lot of people would think, oh, Rashida and Devin's too crazy and wild. I mean, he is smart, but Rashida, I'm not trying to be rude, but they probably stereotype me as a typical black girl. She don't want to get her hair wet. She gonna be too cute to get down and dirty. Oh, she's so short. She only 5 feet. How is she strong enough to lift up all this furniture up 7 flights of stairs? I'm like, little did you know, I was a cheerleader. I used to throw people in the air for fun. Like, I feel like being an underdog really was to my advantage, because I didn't have to do a lot of talking. I would just show people in the competition, like, let's go. Like, and then Devin was our perfect match, so why would I talk? He is already enough of talking, so it was more so like, all right. So for someone that's about to be on Are You the One Second Chances that may have been previously cast on Are You the One, I would say please go with no expectations. Don't expect that I'm gonna be the coolest person, I'm gonna be the strongest person, I'm gonna be any of this, and just do your best. Just try your best. Don't try to make enemies. Really try to be cool with everybody and cordial. You don't want a lot of enemies, because with this particular show, you actually get voted off. So if you do have a lot of enemies, they're gonna vote you off. You want to be working out. You need to be working out right now. You're drinking your water. It's definitely about endurance. It's not just a show where you can just have fun and get to know each other and you're going to win money. No, you will leave with nothing. Like, you may have to pay for your rent while you're on the show and then go home in the negative. So the flight to Australia for Are You the One was 14 hours. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. And to make matters worse, our flights got messed up or something like that, so I couldn't even fly with like my friends. I was really like, it was me and one producer, and he's super cool. I love him to death. So luckily he was very, very nice, and we stuck together throughout the whole flying process. You know, you gotta sometimes get something to eat before you get on the next flight, whatever, and we had a great time. But what we did do, personally, I have to drink. Before I get on any flight, I have to drink some wine. Hennessy, whatever it takes, because I am terrified of heights. I need to drink because it basically lets me just go right to sleep. Now, I do pray. The first time I went on the flight to Hawaii for Are You the One, I talked to my Reverend Dees at my church, and I told her how afraid I was, and she was just like, you know what? Just imagine this. And this is, I never forgot what she told me. She said, just imagine God taking his hand. He is gonna hold on to that plane, and he is gonna guide that plane all the way to Hawaii. And just by her saying that, I always think about that when I'm about to get on a flight. And then I ask myself this: anytime I get scared of anything, I think about Emmanuel Jamal on the Raw Beach, who is my little brother. Anytime I get tired, anytime I'm worried, I think about my grandma. Like, anytime, I always think, I take myself out of it, and I remember why I'm doing this and why it's so important to me to not be afraid and to let go of all that. It's because God would not have put me in this position or in this place if he didn't think that I can do it. So if he put me in this place, it's me putting limitations on my own self, and I have to stop that. Like, what? God probably laughing at me like, girl, please, come on. If you can't go on the 14th flight, then how you gonna travel the world performing like Beyonce? Don't you know Beyonce's skippity doo to a flight like this? Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I have to get over it by any means necessary. If I do have to drink some wine, then fine. For Are You the One Second Chances, the hardest thing I had to do, it was a challenge where we had to rappel off of a side of a building. We had to, you know, rappel basically. If I don't know if y'all know what that means, some of you may not know. You get the rope and you're coming down the side of the building and you're kind of like sliding down the side of the building. You had to look on the opposite side. There was a room that had the window open, and you had to try to remember everywhere everything was in that room, so that you can now go down, tell your partner how the room looked, and then have your new apartment look exactly like that room. I was looking like I couldn't even get through the questions from him telling us what the challenge was. I couldn't even understand what it was, because I'm over here just thinking I'm on the side of the building right now, and I'm extremely scared of heights. I'm actually tearing up while they're going through the challenge. Like, we even do nothing yet, and I'm over here like, oh my God, Jesus, please. And that was the hardest challenge for me, because y'all know I'm terrified of heights. Like, my hand's sweating right now thinking about how it was. But that's how I know God be on my side. But so Devin knew I was terrified, okay? So Devin goes first, and I'm over here trying to encourage Devin. I couldn't even look down. I was like, you got it, Devin. You doing good. Devin, go. Like, he saw how scared I was, and I guess in his mind, he was like, yo, I cannot let this girl do this. We're going to lose this challenge if she do this. She probably not even going to get off the wall. She probably not even going to come. I didn't know what I was going to do. Like, you see how scared I am right now? Like, I'm thinking like, oh my gosh. So this man did it in one time. He did it one time, and then he was like, this is how it's going to go. And this is also about trusting your partner. Like, I really had to trust in this man that he remembered everything, because I told myself, okay, you said you got it. Well, I'm not going to go. This is what it is. And we won that challenge. We won. I didn't even have to go on the side of the building. All the producers were mad because they wanted to see me like cry. They wanted to see me go crazy. They wanted me to be that black girl. And I did it. And we won.